Pagi Pak Pon, pagi Bapak Ibu semua, apa kabar? Hari yang cerah.
Oke.
Cerah
Terima
banget.
kasih.
Saya coba reminder lagi. Bu Profiri, prefer dalam bahasa Indonesia atau dalam bahasa Inggris?
Whatever, in English is better if we have
Ya,
anybody
English better ya.
English
Oke.
speaking. Yeah.
Uh, because some of participants could be not some, many participants will be come from the other countries than Indonesia. Coba
Yeah.
saya
Remind them with the link, Pak, because the
saya
link,
sharing.
yeah,
Ya,
needed. Yeah.
let me remind again. Pagi Bu Yuliani, thank you Bu udah datang
Selamat pagi, Bapak Dr. Ford.
pagi.
Recording in progress.
Oke, Prof. Riri, apa kita mulai aja menunggu yang lain hadir gitu?
Series
Recording in progress.
with title Sustainable Cities and Communities in the Earth's Artificial Intelligence Era. So before we started our talk today, so we welcome Dr. Ford to give some welcoming speech to us. Okay, please, Dr. Ford.
Okay, let me moving first because looks like the backlight. Okay, thank you so much, especially to Professor Riri. That's one of the very best friend of mine in IEEE. And of course, this is become an honor anyway to welcome Professor Riri, part of the one of the director of IEEE Computer Society for the 2024. And I do hope all of the participants in here can vote for Professor Riri. I am a part of the Computer Society Indonesia chapter's chair, as well as the head of department of the doctoral program in computer science, BINUS University. And the program today actually broadcast not only for Indonesian participants, but also to Region 10, Asia Pacific. We contact some of them, a couple since last week, and hope that some of them will come. The issue that will be delivered by Professor Riri is very interesting because as one of the pioneer of the green matrix is Professor Riri. Professor Riri have very well known, very good known, especially with the green matrix. They're starting from some of university, but nowadays is expanded into some other institutions. So we have an honor anyway to have listen and to learn from what this Professor Riri will be delivered to all of us in here. And indeed, to all participants, thank you so much for your participation. If possible, just remind your friends, your peers to come and join, because this is a quite rare kind of opportunity to have a very inspiring and very good kind of knowledge lessons from one of the pioneers, especially in the green matrix, especially the smart city, something like similar like that. Without further ado, I would like to give back to the moderator, Dr. Yuliani, to continue with the talk from Professor Riri. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ford. So let's give applause to Dr. Ford for welcoming speech. And then before we start our talk today, I will read a short bio from Prof. Riri. Actually, there's a lot of achievement, but I make it short because it's too much. Prof. Riri Fitrisari is a professor of computer engineering at the Electrical Engineering Department, Faculty of Engineering, University of Indonesia. She was the CIO or Head of Information System Development and Services of the University of Indonesia, started from 2006 until 2014. She graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from University of Indonesia, and then she gained a Master in Human Resources Management from the Atmajaya University, Jakarta. Subsequently, she completed her Master of Computer Science degree in Software System and Parallel Processing from the Department of Computer Science from University of Sheffield, UK, funded by British Council Chevening Award. She holds a PhD in computer networks from the School of Computing, University of Leeds, UK. And her PhD research was on active network-based congestion control protocols. So her current main teaching and research area includes computer network, grid computing, and ICT implementation. Prof. Riri is a senior member of the Institute for Electronic and Electrical Engineer, IEEE, and then being one of the 8% of the electrical engineering worldwide. In November 2011, IEEE Region 10, Asia Pacific announced her as the recipient of the IEEE WIE Most Inspiring Engineering Award, awarded at the IEEE Region 10 meeting in Kolkata, India, March 2012. And then Prof. Dr. Riri Fitrisari is the 2009 Most Outstanding Lecturer at the University of Indonesia. On completing a hard selection and competition, she has also been selected as the third winner of the national selection of the Most Outstanding Lecturer held by the Ministry of National Education of Republic of Indonesia in conjunction with the 64 National Independence Days. And then since September 2015, she was a member of Special Task Force for improving Indonesian university academic reputation of the Ministry of Research and Higher Education. And then since April 2010, she has been the chairperson of UI Green Metric Ranking of World University, a flagship program of the University of Indonesia to rank university worldwide based on their Green Campus and Sustainability programs. And her international experience includes study program internship at the United Nations headquarters in Geneva and New York. She has also involved in a joint research at CERN, European Laboratory for Particle Physics in Geneva, a training engineering education funded by UNESCO in Australia, higher education management training in Japan, and being an invited speaker in Korea. Okay, so there's a lot of, and then the last is Prof. Riri is a review for many competitive grant scheme of Higher Education Directorate General of Ministry of National Education, Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, National Research Board, and Directorate General of Population Administration of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Okay, also, and the last, he received other awards such as Aspiring Woman and Youth 2012 from Indosat Company, and Kartini 2.0 Women Technology from Telkom Company in 2013. So, Prof. Riri have a lot of amazing achievement and awards. So, please welcome Prof. Riri to begin her talk. Let's give applause.
Thank you, Bu Yuliani Arifin. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much
Good morning.
for being with us this morning, Pak Ford, Bapak, so many friends around here. So thank you so much, especially our friends from the Computer Society of the IEEE. This morning, I'm going to talk about our passion because it's related to sustainable development goals and the things that we really need to do related to the advancement of artificial intelligence implementation around us. So this morning, I will talk about sustainable communities and cities in the artificial intelligence era. So today, actually, my talk will consist of what is SDGs number 11, which is sustainable cities and communities, and then smart campus and city solution, something that we as the computer engineer, computer scientists are really working hard on. because implementation of IoT and artificial intelligence related to our daily life using sensors and IoT and actuators and all the applications are things that we are really work on. And also I will introduce our work in our research group on IoT, green city metric and green metric. And also in our research, we'll talk about the research on blockchain implementation and also artificial intelligence for sustainable cities and community. So my friend, Professor Makako Hashimoto said that she will come in 10 minutes. If she come, please let me know, Ibu Yuliani, because she will be the director of IEEE Region 10. And she's the one who reminds me that we should be involved in computer society in the worldwide as a board of governor, because this is going to show the direction and the involvement of Indonesian in shaping the future of our cities and communities, and also the implementation of different technologies in the future. So, okay. This is the overview of the Sustainable Development Goals that we are working, all of us are working towards implementation. In this case, we have 17 SDGs goals, and each goal is accompanied by specific targets and indicator to be measured in 7 years' time. We're supposed to achieve this. That's why we are focusing on some in our work as a computer engineer, as a computer society, in order to ensure that this is coming to happen. And it's also will improve places like the place we are living now in Indonesia. So the SDGs goal number 11 is access to safe and affordable housing, sustainable transport system. In this case, they are all using computing power, and also artificial intelligence in the future, and also inclusive and sustainable urbanization, preservation of cultural and natural heritage, environmental impact reduction in cities. And if we can work together with the expert member, with the domain expert in this, we will touch the problem in society, and also get so many things that we can implement using new technology in computing. So also disaster resilience and reduction, and participatory urban decision making, and access to green and public spaces. So let's see what we can do, key technologies in the sustainable cities and communities. For example, in blockchain and artificial intelligence, in which we have been working hard in our research group for many years now. In this case, we can see that instead for blockchain for SDGs, we can implement all of this. For example, in order to achieve the goals in 3P, planet, people, and proper prosperity, we can work on climate modeling, smart fishery conservation, also land usage monitoring, for example, smart grid, digital twin, smart city, drug discovery using different implementation, different calculation, precision medicine, e-health, and also, of course, autonomous vehicle. In this case, actually, I better tell you a story. On the 1st of January 2023, I landed in Heathrow Airport, and one of the person who picked me up in the airport said that, why don't we rent a car, this time Tesla. And we did that. Actually, we explored UK with Tesla. It was such an amazing story, because I feel that I'm living in different time zone, different place, different. It's just amazing. I feel helpless also, because all this technology that we've been working on has been seamlessly integrated. Electric vehicle implementation, the use of AI to plan our trip using Tesla supercharger. Sometimes we walk and go through the M1 motorway without any control. It's just on automatic mode, and different things that make me think that, wow, it was just a dream, and then it is, we are living there. Even you don't know, it's all predicted. Everything that you do is already been predicted, and now we have to think about this. This is technology will coming up soon, and we have to think about how artificial intelligence will roll us in the future if we are not thinking about how to ensure that the gap between the thing that we create with us. Of course, we are still different with it's still far away, but in looking into this, by 2060, the supremacy of the artificial intelligence we have to look into that, because they know more about ourselves than us. So that is why we have to work together to ensure that all the things that we saw for example, in the story of Terminator movie can be, we have to prevent that happen from now, and that is why we have to work together, because there is no boundary between people all around the world now, and we have to work together for this. So with quality education, those are things that we do every day, gender equality, and also all the things that related to the implementation of technology that is being implemented by us, the computer engineer and computer society at large. Also disaster forecasts, smart farming, supply chain technology using predictive way using artificial intelligence, personalized learning, virtual teacher, because now we can even meet, because we are here in one frequency, we can learn with each other. So many things: business intelligence, digital government, automation using robots. Oh, actually, last 2 weeks, I was on the way from Labuan Bajo to here via Batik Air, Bu Yuliani. And I watched this movie. It's called Blank. The name is Blank. I just hope that it's not going to happen, because this lady that is pursuing writing retreat with the artificial intelligence surrounding, she is locked there because she cannot go out, because the artificial intelligence have a malware, and it started again every time, every day. It's moving from the day one. Actually, it's supposed to be 30 days, but then it's going on and on because of the artificial intelligence and the trouble with the malware and the cybersecurity. So these are the movie that is happening, and we are working on it together in many ways, but we have to prevent that happens. So those are homework for us to ensure that implementation run well, but also we can prevent things that we don't want our children, our grandchildren to face that in the future, like the Skynet that we watch in the Terminator. And also chatbot, we know we are all working with that, knowing how we have to prevent the misuse of chatbot, but also knowing that we have to ensure that they learn to use it optimally. For example, ChatGPT to help their work, but also to ensure that they can still work on they can still use it for the betterment of the way they learn something. And also, of course, cybersecurity and trustworthy AI. This is very important. The goal and the things that we really need to add up, which is trustworthy artificial intelligence. So knowing about I will tell you more about my research group work on development of blockchain technology. We are now already passed through all this cryptocurrency hype, and it's going down, but it's going to go again, and we will see how because at the same time, we are creating something that is really rare. Take into account that one day, and even now, Elon Musk already have something called idea and startup company for asteroid mining. Can you imagine if we can mine gold or rare earth, rare metals from asteroid that is coming? How our world will collapse, because everything that we have in the cryptocurrency and in the currency is related to the number of gold that we can have at that same time. So all the crazy ideas are there, but we have to make sure that we are in line with that. We know what's going to happen, and we can prevent things that we don't want the humanity to face in the future. So, for example, in blockchain technology, after all of this, we created a lot of permissionless public blockchain, for example, permissioned private blockchain such as Hyperledger and also Ethereum. And now we have a different kind of tokens being implemented in the cryptocurrency. So we know that using blockchain eventually in the future, we will miss up all these intermediaries, for example, banks and all things, but we can have a better transaction, trustworthy and also secure transaction. And all of this can be verified by everyone that has the power of voting power inside that. So also at the same time, we can have a look into the development of artificial intelligence, things that is coming up now from 2014, the generative adversarial network has been introduced, and we have DeepMind story in which the computer already passed through the possibility of man to win during chess play, for example. And also we have Google implementation, Google AI, we have BART, and also we have ChatGPT, we have, well, everything that is showing that is coming up. The computing power has been, in our brain is very limited, but we have the extension, for example, and that is also something that is being done by Elon Musk in his Brandling startup company, for example. So next, I'll talk about the role of AI in sustainable cities. Actually, we have so many things to implement. That is why we are all together can improve and see how we can create different possibilities, different work position, and also how people can be, how our life can be shaped more easily, but not leaving anybody, no one left behind. That is why we are talking about sustainable development goals, because that is the main goal is no one left behind. But all of this need a really keen engineers that is trying to implement the problem to solve air pollution, forest fire detection, different quality of the products, for example, wine quality, and also many things like detection of problem in here. For example, in the middle here, we can see when we have waste management, for example, how to ensure that radiation level can be lowered, and many things like electromagnetics level, traffic congestion control mechanism, smart roads, smart lighting, intelligent shopping, noise urban maps, and many things in waste management, smart parking, water leakage, many things, vehicle auto diagnosis and item location, and many things in our sustainable cities. And this required a lot of engineers to talk and to implement that and customize that according to the needs of the people and society. So in smart cities, we need technology integration, utilizing advanced technology for efficient operation, service optimization to deliver public services effectively through innovation, infrastructure enhancement by upgrading transportation system, energy and utilities, and improve livability. And also there are three aspects of smart city that we should look into. For the first one is sustainable transportation, in which we need to provide eco-friendly mobility options, and also integrated public transportation system, and also electric vehicles, bike sharing now everywhere. Beam, for example, the purple colored electric bike that has been used in many campuses around Indonesia now, is something that is fun and something that we have to renew, the initiation of lowering our carbon footprint by using electric vehicles and things that will be good for our society, knowing that Jakarta, for example, I think from the 28th of August, the government are trying to implement the work from home for some government officer, because we know that our congestion and our pollution level is #1 in the world at the moment. So we have to work hard also to think about this, because we've learned from the time when we have COVID-19 in the pandemic situation, and now we have to encourage cleaner commutes also. But by, like, for example, now we are still using this kind of meeting arrangement to ensure that we are having look into how sustainable transportation can be implemented, and also efficient energy management. In this case, we need smart grids when we produce electricity with solar power, how it can be put into the grid, renewable energy sources, energy efficient building and lightings, and also different things. And also things that are being done now, for example, digital governance, and this require work together. For example, Satu Data is trying to implement things together. For example, we have done quite good in some cases. For example, in the pandemic, when we are using the Peduli Lindungi, at that time, many countries in the world don't have that kind of one single applications that being used. But in Indonesia, we are quite good with that. So digital governance is something that is needed to be done to promote transparency and citizen engagement, and also enable decision-making and policy implementation. And also the common goals for smart cities. And first, actually, we are talking about smart campus because it's the real building, real people, but then we can enlarge that into larger cities. First, we have to ensure environmental sustainability, in which we reduce energy consumption, waste, and pollution. And also, the second is to optimize resource usage efficiently, using water, electricity, and land. And also the third one is enhance mobility by improving transportation system for better connectivity and improving quality of life, providing citizens in the city, or in smaller cases, campus residents, with improved services and amenities. So in smart campus, we actually already start to, in all over the world, everyone try to ensure that energy efficiency have been implemented, smart lighting, heating, cooling system, renewable energy sources, and also smart building, in which we have automated security, occupancy sensors, climate control, and also campus navigation application, digital libraries, student engagement platform for services to the student. And also for the quality of education, we can use digital learning, interactive classroom, online resources, e-learning platform, without leaving all the coach and all the supervisors to help personally each person engagement, and also to improve their capacity to for communication skills and all life skills that they need. They learn from real people like all of us, close to the student. And this is the Smart Campus framework that drives positive outcomes, in which we know that dynamic engagement happens when we start to learn with using different approach, like what Coursera, edX, and all e-learning platform worldwide that's been conducted. But they still need people that is close, that are close to the student, knowing that during the pandemic situation, we lost some learning experience that the students already gone through, but they don't have the full capacity as a full human being. So that are things that we learn from the pandemic situation. So also we have to foster a digital culture to create and collect data, derive insight from that data and utilize the insight, and provide contextual information to constituents based on their behaviors, intention, and location, and other things that is context specific. So interactive learning also and operational efficiency and effectiveness are something that we are supposed to create inside campus, inside Smart Campus framework, which can be enlarged into smart cities, and to continuously modernize our cities and communities, to ensure that living anywhere will not be a burden for anyone, and they love their life. They are everywhere. Everyone would like to do things at the same time in parallel, enjoying Bali and work at the same time, or work in Indonesia at night, because they're working actually in the United States. That happens to our students now. Some of them are working at night because they actually working in overseas, for example, 12 hours different. And we have to provide cities and communities that is things that they are dream of because of the cultural understanding. And that is why we need to promote nice and working, a nice living and working environment that people are dreaming of, for example. These are a smart building evolution that I would like to show you, things that we already implemented in many things that we do. Previously, we have traditional building, then integrated building, in which we have integrated building management and remote diagnostic. Maybe we are around here now, but data and connectivity using IoT application that is seamless, real-time data analytics at the same time are something that is happening. I will tell you later about this, because that are things that we are working on in our research group and my team in Green City Metric. And also future of smart building, in which we have digital buildings, in which simulation and artificial intelligence based on building twin can be conducted. Also smart building in the era of AI. We have building information automation system, utility data, security, fire protection, also cooling system, and other things like external information technology, whether information, social media network. Remember that we in Indonesia, actually, many of us are working on this social media rather than trying to, we try to do our best actually, but infrastructure development in IT are things that really needed. Everyone expecting us to do it perfectly and in an efficient manner. And also work order, business data. For example, also rideshare, we are doing it now already, using sharing the car using Gojek and Grab, for example, and Maxim and other things. So these are the smart building in the AI era, in which it is going to be the next implementation that is going to be conducted everywhere, in which we have renewable energy, health and well-being. We have green walls, plant sensor for walls and building facade, self-cleaning glass and door handles. These are things that really happening. Last 2 weeks, I was in Institute Technology Sumatra, and we are planting all these green walls and plant sensors for walls and building facade. And I'm sure that a lot of people will work on that because it's really necessary to ensure that our buildings are green buildings that are being organized by using IoT and other smart building implementation, and also water resource management and water usage saving devices, use of seawater for toilet flushing, for example, also reusing the gray water and many things, and also energy performance, integrated building management system to monitor performance. It's happening like in Untirta, Universitas Ageng Tirta Yasa. They have already this because they are new building and it's just being opened by President Jokowi last year. It's really happening everywhere in Indonesia. Building design tools, using building information modeling, enable digital twin with 3D virtual models to optimize construction process, robot for automatic operations, sustainable building materials, for example, precast concrete, salvage materials, bamboo, etc. And also smart mobility, in which we have horizontal or vertical automatic parking system, electric vehicle charging station, and things. This is the thing that we really work on. Our team in UI Green Metric, which is the standard worldwide for evaluating smart and green and sustainable universities all over the world. At the moment, we have 1,050 universities participating all over the world. And we have been talking about this in many places because we have national coordinators in 42 countries. In all university leaders and director of sustainability. And actually, when I talk in Bologna, the team from the network of universities in Italy stated that they would like to propose the smart building standard, and they give it to us to implement that to everyone in the world. So we are then providing and selecting this according to the base data that is available. And actually, UI Green Metric actually take this automation, safety, energy, water, indoor environment, and lighting that is being evaluated and calculated all over the world for this. So that is, we evaluate the building management system using BIM, building information modeling, what they have. So I've been visiting like Wageningen University. They have a completely seamless system in which nobody knows who's doing what, but they have the report. So there are many things to be conducted on this. Interactive support for users via application, intruder alarm system, firefighting mechanism, video surveillance, anti-flooding, monitoring management, monitoring recovery, thermal comfort, air quality, also real-time control for occupancy. For example, interface with building management system, passive system, light, high efficiency luminaries for lighting, sensors, shielding, automated adjustment and solar control, and also natural lighting, in which we have passive system for natural light exploitation, for example. And these are things that we are evaluating every year for every university in the world. So it's one of the our result of the work. And we are actually, after 14 years working on this, we are extending this work, is initiative to assess universities, not only universities, but now this year we start 2 years already for sustainable cities using our metric. Is called UI, University of Indonesia Green City Metric. And we introduced this already for 2 years. And this year, last month, the 1st of August, actually, we announced Kota Kediri in East Java as the most green city metric #1 city in Indonesia. Last year, we have Semarang City, and it's all university, government, all university mayor are working on this because they are going to face the data in June and August, or in the middle of the year. And every end of year in December, we announce the UI Green Metric World University Ranking result, in which we evaluate and celebrate the work of many university leaders to make the universities better, and also their engagement with the Sustainable Development Goals to be implemented and evaluated. And this year is going to be the first meeting in which we announce the result from United Arab Emirates, from Abu Dhabi City, at the Abu Dhabi University. So as the result, for example, we have so many meetings every year. This Green Metric Steering Committee meeting last month at the Universidade do Minho, Braga, Portugal, and these are the steering committee of the things in which we evaluate again the problems, and the evaluation method, the tools that we are using to evaluate, and we have many experts from around the world to discuss about this. So it's a ranking for sustainable universities. We evaluate the use of setting and infrastructure arrangement, evaluation, energy and climate change mitigation problem, waste management, water management, transportation, education, and research. And the goal is to encourage universities to adopt sustainable practices, raise awareness about environmental issues, and foster collaboration. For example, even we have the database, many universities have the database of every single trees that they have, plants that they have in their university. So they know when it's supposed to be trimmed and how to be evaluated. It's something that maybe you think that it's too much, but actually many universities are doing that, because it's eventually will be conducted by the system anyway. Once you start it, you just keep in to be maintained, but also at the same time use different technologies to see, to evaluate, to monitor, to create strategic plan of how to make it better in the future, to how we can organize ourselves in better things. This is the annual UI Green City Metric ranking announcement. This happens last month, the 1st of August this year, at the University of Indonesia. The announcement date has been closely evaluated and seen by many cities leaders, in which we contribute to the sustainable discourse in municipality or city. We also extend this overseas. At the moment, we are working with Luxor City in Egypt, with Sharjah City in United Arab Emirates, and also with Bukhara City in Uzbekistan, and also in São Paulo University in Brazil, and many universities. So Sopron University in Hungary, I think. So many things that is happening. It's providing forum for city government to share their experience. And this is how we clock up UI Green Metric, UI Green City Metrics, and SDGs together to see that these implementation are really, really closely related to Sustainable Development Goals. So next, I will talk about Universitas Indonesia, the place in which I work. Research in advancing sustainable cities and communities through blockchain and artificial intelligence. For example, these are our work in developing blockchain as a service using a Hyperledger Fabric for UI Green Metric online questionnaire system. So because you know that every year many people working on this online questionnaire system, we implement blockchain technology for that, in which we develop RSA-based asymmetric encrypted transaction mechanism on blockchain as a service based on the Hyperledger framework for the data management. And as you can see here, we have a different approach to use blockchain as a service to ensure security and transparency of the, for example, for the evidence being being submitted by all university leaders around the world. And at the moment, we have already 48 cities in a green city metric that requires a way to evaluate the data and also to keep up the data using blockchain technology. So these are things a blockchain. We also at the moment working on kooperasi ya, monitoring cooperatives in Indonesia using blockchain as a service architecture model. This research currently is being granted award by RGBI, Bank Indonesia Research, and we look into how to ensure that cooperative are going to be used. We all now know that in the future we have the platform for blockchain as a service is distributed autonomous organization, and these are things that actually it's cooperative, actually kooperasi dalam bahasa Indonesianya, knowing that our first Vice President Muhammad Hatta already stated that cooperation is something that is very important to ensure that everyone will have the right equality to different way to improve their financial, their economic involvement in to realize a prosperous and community in the future, to make sure that it's happening around us without leaving anybody behind. It's very important. Learning from the pandemic situation, you know that if you're sick, I will be sick. So if you are poor, you will be sick and I will be sick too. And we don't want that to happen. So these are things that we have to ensure that everyone can next move to a better empowerment using different technology, such as blockchain technology. So we also implement blockchain-based building information modeling using Hyperledger Composer here. We know that we have integrated development environment for building information modeling, in which we have 7 dimensions, for example, water management, electricity management, the drawing from the architect, the places, all the information inside the building is supposed to be shared by everyone, by building owner, by contractor that is doing that, the facility management manager, and also up to clearing and demolition eventually when they are going to be entering the full cycle of the life cycle. Also, we've been working on blockchain-enabled electronic medical record. It's all IEEE publications, and also other Q1 papers and research papers that we created. Blockchain-based attendance management and payroll system, for example. And also we have AI, artificial intelligence for better communities, in which we know that we have to ensure that a hoax and misinformation should not happening around us, because it will mislead people. And we have our publication on this, Roberta ensemble, deep directional encoder ensemble model for fact verification. And also we have some intellectual property on that, Haki, and also other dynamic linear neural network system for classification of text and other things that we did. And also for fact verification tools to tackle hoax and misinformation, we have already some implementation of something we call the LENN verdict that we produce eventually to evaluate data and information on hoax and misinformation problem. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow IEEE members, I will next move to the emerging trend in smart technology and sustainability. We know that we are having to work all together for 5G integration, for IoT, edge computing, AI advancement, circular economy solution. It's all something that we have to do: smart mobility, smart agriculture, waste management, innovation, decentralized energy system, digital twins for urban planning, such as the things that we currently need to do in Nusantara, our capital city, and many things like water management solution we saw before. There are challenges and consideration: privacy and security, infrastructure, equity, regulation. And also, in conclusion, we need to know that these three things is interconnected, in which we have to look into ensuring that our students, our future leaders, know that they have to think based on ensuring that sustainability, optimization of resource usage, all waste management, all smart cities and campus sustainability leaders that are working and communicating and do their work to ensure that people live everywhere can go through the next step, in which they implement energy efficiency network that is efficient for transportation, and also reduce costing, and also enhance the quality of life of all people. It has been predicted that by 2035, actually, East Asia will rule the world. But we have to make sure that it's happening in our country also, and it's for everyone, because we learned from the pandemic situation. And also, we are talking about the interconnectedness through ecosystem that is fostering collaboration among various components of the society. So yeah, it's already 1 hour I talk for you, and I hope that we can discuss things. I know that there are a lot of experts here working, and you can also give your example of your work, so that we are in the Computer Society of Indonesia also, and all the people that is already here, maybe it's time for us also to reflect what we can do to ensure that technology are used for the greater good. And in the Computer Society all over Indonesia, and today, if anybody from Region 10 already there, or if I see others, maybe we hope that they can state something also. Without further ado, I will give back to the Master of Ceremony, Ibu Dr. Yuliani Arifin from Binus University, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Riri. Let's give a big applause for her talks today. It's very inspiring. So before we continue to question and answer, so I make some conclusion first. So Prof. Riri already talked about the SGD, that especially for the 11 SGD for the sustainable city and communities, and how the AI rules play into the sustainable city and community, like how to use the blockchain and the smart city, smart campus, and also the smart building. And we already seen that how Prof. Riri already proved their research in the sustainable city and community, like the UI Green Metric. Yeah, it's very wonderful. And we can see that Prof. Riri already sharing about the emerging trend in smart technology and sustainability too. So I think that's all that we can conclude from what kind of talk today. So we can start the question and answer. Any question and answer from the floor?
I think we can do it in Bahasa Indonesia also, Ibu, because
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Ibu Bapak, jika mau menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, silakan ya, nanti bisa diakomodir. Any question? Oh, for the first question from the Dr. Ford. So please, Dr. Ford.
Thank you. Very inspiring, Prof. Riri. I'm really admired with the so many and so broad kind of sharing that you delivered today. You have a very fast kind of experiences starting from Asia, moving to Europe. And I do believe this is very, very aligned with what we discussed about SDG. My first question is quite simple because Indonesia is a very unique country where in Indonesia we can find still what we call the industry 1.0. On the other side, we have a 2.0, 3.0, and some others are areas. Let's say in Jakarta, it's already industry 4.5.0 and something like that. One of the fascinating is when we discuss about technology that you presented to us this morning. I do believe this is can be very broad kind of a range, meaning those technology can be implemented as well, not only in areas that are suitable for, let's say, Industry 5.0, but also to the lower one, let's say 2.0 or even to 1.0. So what do you think in the futures about the situations, especially with domestic situations in Indonesia? That's my first question. My second question is related with computer society, where we have quite a very huge kind of a variety, where some of members come from academia, the others from government, the other from industrial, even some others from entrepreneur. So in computer society, even in computer society headquarters, there's not quite of a focus, especially for entrepreneur, because this has become one of a major issue actually, where the Indonesian presidents wants most of the young people will be focused, not become the working as an employee, but in the future can be employee as well. So what do you think? If you become the director of computer society, what kind of the focus or kind of strategy or initiative that we have to focus, and we have to present for the young people to be more inclined to what we call as entrepreneur? Thank you. That's it. Those are my two questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ford.
Please, Dr. Prof. Riri.
Thank you, Bu Yuliani. Thank you, Dr. Ford. It's really a challenging question for me because the first one is predicting what's going to happen, knowing that we have a very wide gap between Jakarta and Papua, for example. Even in Jakarta, I can tell you yesterday, we have a very clogged up transportation system, congestion in our campus because of the new students. And I was sitting there in the car and because of the congestion. And I saw this a lady, she nyapu jalan, dia nyapu jalan gitu ya. Saya cerita dalam bahasa Indonesia aja biar Bapak Ibu cerita. Nah, itu dia nyapu, itu dari sampah yang dari ujung, itu dia bawa gitu. Terus nanti kayaknya dibawa sampai rame gitu, sampai jauh gitu, dengan energi gitu ya, sampah-sampah itu gitu. Itu sampah daun. Kemudian sampai di ujung sini, mungkin supaya dia kelihatan kerja ya, memang waktunya kerja, dia jadi berusaha kerja. Padahal sampah itu cuman separated di satu tempat. Nah, mungkin kalau tadi menjawab juga pertanyaan yang nomor 2, bagaimana begitu orang melihat, oh ternyata banyak sekali orang memerlukan pekerjaan. Dan bagaimana ini being utilized untuk menggunakan teknologi. Mungkin kalau teknologi sudah digunakan, orangnya jadi nggak kerja ya kalau bawa pakai mesin gitu ya. Tapi apa yang bisa dipikirkan oleh generasi muda untuk melihat peluang-peluang tadi penggunaan teknologi di industri 4.0 ini untuk bisa memanfaatkan seluruh sumber daya kompetitif dan komparatif advantage dari Indonesia. Jadi kalau kita lihat tadi dengan adanya teknologi yang digunakan di cities dan untuk mentransformasi communities ini, para ahli di sinilah yang para technologists, para computer scientist yang hadir yang perlu melihat dan melihat dalam melihat itu melihat perenungan mungkin apa yang bisa dilakukan, apakah teknologinya atau cara pengelolaannya atau penggunaan circular economy untuk memastikan bahwa reduce, reuse, recycle bisa mendatangkan economic value dan memberikan pekerjaan gitu ya. Nah, inilah yang bisa dipekerjakan oleh para nomor 2 tadi, entrepreneur yang dapat memikirkan, oh ternyata banyak sekali orang-orang yang memerlukan tadi unemployed problem untuk kita cari fokus strateginya dan inisiatif seperti yang diceritakan Pak Ford tadi, bagaimana menggunakan transformasi digital ini seperti yang diharapkan oleh Presiden Jokowi juga, itu untuk benar-benar out of the box, namun bisa menyelesaikan masalah. Karena di seluruh dunia ini juga sekarang menjadi persoalan teknologi yang kita buat, AI dan IoT banyak menghilangkan banyak pekerjaan banyak orang, tapi juga apa yang bisa disediakan untuk pekerjaan yang barunya. Dan kita engineers adalah orang yang berada di bagian depan yang bilang bahwa oh ini mungkin dilakukan, ini tidak mungkin dilakukan. Nah, semua ide-ide itu biasanya datang dalam proyek-proyek kita bersama Bapak Ibu dari mahasiswa itu, mereka yang dunia baru yang sama sekali beda banget dengan dunia kita. Kita nggak bisa nyangka bagaimana Putri Aryani itu bisa nyanyi sama orang-orang yang luar biasa yang waktu itu kita nggak mungkin gitu. Dapat menggoncang Istana Merdeka kemarin dengan nyanyi Rungkit itu, Rungkat ya, gimana apa namanya judulnya?
Rungkat.
Rungkat ya.
Ya.
Apa sih kepanjangannya kemarin? Nekat apa ya?
Rungkat.
Rungkat seru banget ya. Sampai
Ya.
bergoyang kayak gitu luar biasa gitu ya. Itu anak-anak baru yang memikirkan itu mungkin out of the box kan ya. Bisa bersama-sama merayakan dengan sukacita gitu ya. Dan itu dibantu dengan berbagai teknologi baik dari segi pengaturan manajemen seni performance. Jadi pekerjaan baru yang sama sekali tidak terpikirkan. The next thing itu apa sih gitu. Dan bagaimana itu bisa kita lakukan? Karena tadi saya balik-balik lagi berbicara, ini kita ngomongnya tentang Elon Musk loh Pak. Dia mikirin dari Starlink, informasi yang mungkin tadi saya lihat ada Pak Arief nih. Pak Arief kemarin saya lihat sudah bikin Telkomsel ya, sudah pakai Starlink-nya juga dan dilayani juga oleh Telkom karena teknologinya sudah ada dan sudah bisa digunakan dan sudah bekerja sama dan ini bisa luar biasa sekali melakukan perubahan terhadap hidup kita yang pada saat yang sama kita saksikan sebagai engineers itu it's really happening. Atau tadi yang saya bilang bagaimana dia mulai memikirkan tambang asteroid ya, tambang asteroid itu kalau mau dilakukan wah itu harga emas di seluruh dunia bisa jatuh. Semua orang bisa punya emas tapi harganya nggak ada gitu karena banyaknya yang datang gitu ya, atau berbagai hal-hal yang luar biasa yang semuanya tentu saja dibantu dengan teknologi industri 5.0 di Jakarta yang kita rasakan. Pertemanan kita di sini itu adalah pertemanan yang luar biasa karena kita adalah cream of the la cream yang bisa menggeret perubahan itu terjadi atau membuat inspirasi bagi banyak mahasiswa kita untuk tadi Pak Ford bilang menjadi young people yang membuat pekerjaan-pekerjaan baru, melihat dan merenungkan apa, dan kemudian bagaimana membuat economic value sehingga itu bernilai dan dapat bermanfaat untuk meningkatkan kemakmuran di seluruh dunia. Di negara kita terutama kita lihat sendiri bagaimana kalau perhatian diberikan terhadap kota seperti Labuan Bajo ya sekarang yang transformasinya luar biasa. Tapi bagaimana membuat digital skill itu dimiliki semua orang adalah hal-hal yang perlu kita kerjasamakan secara multidisiplin dengan semua orang di seluruh bidang juga ya untuk melihat peluang-peluang itu dan mengkomunikasikannya. Jadi sebagai engineers, nanti kalau misalnya saya ikut jadi board of governor di Computer Society dunia, mungkin masalah mengenai cultural differences yang ada dan bagaimana kita sebagai negara bangsa nomor 4 di dunia ini juga bisa memberikan masukan terhadap perkembangan ya, karena saya lihat di sana memang perlu banyak ya votingnya Bapak Ibu. Jadi ini kemarin juga karena diajak teman saya, I don't know if Prof. Takako Hashimoto already here. She said that she's coming, but I will see. Itu semua karena cities and communities dan kerjasama yang kita pelajari itu bahwa kita tidak sendiri, kita harus bersama-sama dan eventually prediksi bahwa tahun 2045 kita dapat masuk ke 6 besar ekonomi dunia itu bukan hal yang impian saja tapi menjadi kenyataan bagi anak cucu kita. Jadi kalau balik lagi Pak Ford, terima kasih jadi saya pikir bahwa semua teknologi ini yang baru kita pelajari, masa-masa implementasinya sangat singkat, ya itu kita upayakan untuk dapat mentransformasi dan kita dapat tetap memiliki market yang luas ini untuk terus kita kembangkan bersama-sama secara efisien, efektif, dan harganya juga mampu untuk di afford oleh seluruh bangsa. Jadi tadi teknologi yang saya sebutkan tadi ternyata untuk membuat standar itu dari pengalaman kami di UI Green Metric, misalnya tadi smart building standard yang dipakai itu sangat mengubah semua perjalanan cara penanganan, walaupun di depan dilakukan investment terhadap sensor yang dipasang untuk mengevaluasi HVAC, smart lighting, kemudian building information modeling yang menyimpan semua history tentang sebuah building, semua posisi dan semua involvement dari semua orang, mulai dari pembuat, kemudian arsitek, implementer, dan kontraktor, dan pengguna, manajer, sampai ke nanti demolition of life cycle dari building atau suatu ruangan misalnya, itu semuanya informasinya tersimpan dalam bentuk digital. Itu saja sudah pekerjaan yang besar sekali dan banyak yang harus dilakukan agar penanganan suatu gedung itu efisien, efektif, dan memperhatikan kaidah-kaidah green building dan green infrastructure yang sangat diperlukan untuk dapat kita monitor dari manapun juga kita berada. Jadi itu adalah salah satu contoh bagaimana entrepreneur dapat mengimplementasikannya di lingkungan masing-masing sehingga kita bisa melihat perubahan yang berdasar bahwa berbasis ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi dengan digital transformation ini, maka kita sama bisa menjadi penghela di depan untuk perubahan yang dikomunikasikan dengan masyarakat, yang kemudian bisa kita lihat kalau sekarang Gojek yang menjadi contoh, saya yakin sama di BINUS juga, itu kan seperti proyek mahasiswa kita 25 tahun yang lalu ya, semuanya juga udah bikin kayak gitu. But when everybody use it, then it works, and it transform, and it give different opportunities for people to use it. That is a problem that we need to see what things in implementing a better society and better community, not only better infrastructure for the city, tapi juga untuk komunitas dan masyarakat yang tidak ada yang satupun yang ketinggalan. Dan itu adalah pekerjaan yang tidak mudah, karena itu semuanya adalah berbasis pada pendidikan. Jadi pada teman-teman, kita masih punya banyak sekali PR untuk dapat memastikan ini terlaksana. Silakan.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Prof. Riri, for your answer. So, any other question? Bapak Ibu, apakah ada pertanyaan lain? Atau mungkin ada penelitian yang terkait bisa didiskusikan dengan Prof. Riri? Ya, jadi kita sangat beruntung hari ini ketemu pakarnya dengan Prof. Riri. So, any question? Okay. We have a question from Miss Elda. Yeah. Okay, please, Miss Elda, you can turn on your camera and ask the question.
Oke, terima kasih Bu Ye. In English atau?
Up to you.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much, Prof. Riri, for your explanation. I would like to ask you regarding the connection. What do you think? My dissertation terkait tentang sustainability smart tourism. Sustainability smart tourism. And also I talking regarding immersive experience. Menurut Prof. Riri, tadi saya ada melihat diagram, ada smart city, kemudian ada digital governance-nya, gitu ya. Nah, apakah digital governance itu sejauh ini sudah sampai mana tahap penerapannya, atau masih sifatnya discussion atau konsep atau konsensus gitu, Prof. Riri. Jadi bagaimana kaitannya digital governance dengan smart city dan smart tourism, spesifik ke penelitian saya, jika ada arahan atau insight-insight, bagaimana pendapat atau tanggapan dari Prof. Riri. Terima kasih, Prof. Riri.
Baik, terima kasih banyak Bu Elda yang sedang mengerjakan PhD di bidang implementation di Smart Tourism ini ya, menarik sekali. Saya rasa memang upaya bersama untuk melakukan itu sudah dilakukan dari awal ya, tapi memang bukan pekerjaan yang mudah karena jika sudah melibatkan masyarakat itu yang pertama adalah terbentuknya society yang bisa menghandle IT, penggunaan barang dan penggunaan sistem. Tapi kita juga memerlukan mass number of people yang benar-benar mengerjakan dan melihat peluang transformasi itu dapat dilakukan. Nah, di sini memang smart tourism kita lihat sendiri sekarang ya Bu Elda, kalau orang mau jalan ke suatu tempat udah minta langsung dikerjain sama ChatGPT. Jadi I want to go there dengan prompt yang jelas gitu ya, dengan tanggal yang jelas, dengan apa yang dimau yang jelas gitu, terus buatkan apa yang dengan jelas gitu. Itu dengan AI-nya dia, data-data itu sudah terbentuk sendiri, itinerary yang harus dikerjakan, malah mungkin bisa memesankan juga tiketnya mau dibeli dan sebagainya. Jadi smart tourism ini tentu saja membutuhkan tadi sensor, aktuator, dan kemudian juga crowd information, crowdsourcing information dari suatu wilayah yang kemudian dapat dipantau terus-menerus, tapi juga kita harus memastikan bahwa empowerment diberikan kepada semua orang. Jangan sampai seperti sekarang, masalahnya di bidang IT itu adalah sesuatu yang dapat memudahkan manusia dan dapat membuat democratization, tapi ternyata hanya 1% dari keuntungan itu yang kemudian juga kelihatan dapat diakumulasi gitu ya, dan tentu saja semua orang masuk ke next step, tapi kita juga bisa melihat bahwa ini benar-benar penggunaan smart tourism, data yang diberikan itu juga kemudian balik lagi dapat digunakan untuk kemakmuran bersama. Jadi kemudian juga yang terbentuk itu bukan hanya kemakmuran secara mental dan spiritual, semua orang juga merasa tenang, merasa happy, itu yang menjadi tujuan pembangunan nasional sekarang ya di dalam bidang pendidikan. Jadi saat ini mungkin kita dengar satu data, mungkin satu sehat gitu ya, yang semuanya adalah mengacu kepada bagaimana misalnya dalam proyek-proyek banyak yang dilakukan oleh student yang punya ide-ide misalnya, itu kita akan melihat bahwa inilah kemungkinan yang dalam very near future akan dapat dikerjakan, terutama di society kita karena sudah makin banyak yang dapat memanfaatkan. Tapi juga pada saat yang sama kita dapat mengkomunikasikan pada sama-sama yang metaverse, immersive experience ya, misalnya seperti virtual reality dan augmented reality itu juga dapat mempermudah kita untuk berada dimanapun ya. Mungkin kita akan pindah ke sana, tapi tahun ini udah mulai ketutupan ya dengan penggunaan AI. Tapi saya yakin bahwa itu juga adalah pilihan-pilihan setelah kita tahu kota kita seperti Jakarta ini ternyata sangat clock up dengan semangat kita bersama untuk membangun ya dengan pergi keluar semua. Tapi nanti kemungkinan-kemungkinan untuk immersive experience ini juga akan memberikan keseimbangan bagaimana secara digital governance dapat dilakukan. Karena saya pikir ide untuk 50% pegawai ASN akan mulai bekerja work from home lagi karena kondisi itu adalah ide yang baik ya, karena semuanya sudah tahu tanggung jawabnya dan harus melakukan apa, dan itu adalah untuk memanage kota yang lebih baik, sustainable cities and communities yang lebih baik dengan stay di rumah dan kemudian mengurangi karbon, karena jejak karbon harus kita kurangi by 2050 ini harus net zero carbon. Itu sangat tidak mudah kalau travel kita memang masih seperti ini, tapi yang kita kembali lagi setelah pandemi. Jadi ya Bu, banyak sekali pekerjaan kita untuk mendiskusikan konsep-konsep yang mungkin dan tetap menyenangkan, nggak bikin bosan ya. Kemarin kita pandemi udah bosan di rumah ya Bu Yuliani belajar, mahasiswanya ternyata juga banyak yang kurang banyak interaksi gitu ya. Kita banyak melihat kebaikan-kebaikan dalam setiap pertemuan, itu yang harus kita seimbangkan. Bu Elda, sukses dengan immersive experience yang akan diberikan untuk smart tourism nanti, tentu saja untuk dengan memperhatikan berbagai kepentingan ya, tapi kemudian kita juga melihat pada saat yang sama perkembangan teknologi ini benar-benar AI di dalam brink yang membuat kita harus betul-betul berhati-hati karena data kita semuanya tersedia. Jangan sampai kita tidak punya ide what next untuk dapat memastikan bahwa implementasinya akan bermanfaat untuk membuat no one left behind. Terima kasih Bu Elda, terima kasih Bu Yuliani.
Baik, terima kasih Prof. Riri, terima kasih banyak Bu Yuliani juga.
Terima kasih Bu Elda, terima kasih Prof. Riri atas jawabannya. Okay, for the next question, please Miss Swari Utami Dewi.
Iya, terima kasih. Saya prefer ini ya di bahasa Indonesia karena ini saya lihat semua orang di sini bahasa Indonesia, orang Indonesia. Saya izin untuk off cam. Prof. Riri, kan waktu keluar ChatGPT dan berbagai macam AI itu kan salah satu yang aku lihat banyak pemberitaan dan menjadi diskusi di banyak orang waktu itu juga ya, beberapa kawan dosen itu adalah kekhawatiran bahwa ini menjadi shortcut, jalan sangat pintas untuk tidak mengalami proses jatuh bangun jungkir balik seperti mahasiswa zaman dulu itu loh. Jadi ini adalah generasi yang kemudian ada kekhawatiran seperti itu, ini jadi generasi instan yang melihat sesuatu secara cepat atau apa gitu. Tapi somehow saya melihat Prof. Riri melakukan pembalikan reverse tentang ini. Jadi masih aliran yang reverse ini masih sedikit ya dibandingkan dengan yang orang-orang khawatir terhadap dampak buruk dari AI ini. Nah, yang saya mau cari tahu lebih lanjut dari Prof. Riri, bagaimana cara untuk mengatasi atau menjaga generasi tertentu ini yang belum tertempa dengan proses kerja keras ya. Kita misalnya dulu kan mau mencari sesuatu itu gimana gitu ya, harus buat segala paper atau apa, sekarang itu kan bahkan ada kekhawatiran meskipun bisa terdeteksi ya, ada pencontekan dan segala macam. Tapi kalau misalnya dosen-dosen di daerah tuh saya yakin belum terlalu tahu nih ini bagaimana kok tiba-tiba kemudian mahasiswanya sangat begitu canggih gitu. Nah, bagaimana untuk mengatasi hal ini itu mungkin secara teknis dan praktis, tapi juga gitu mendidik mental bahwa itu yang somehow akan membantumu. Seperti dulu kalau kita harus jalan kaki ke satu tempat gitu ya, kita dulu ke Lampung Selatan, maka sekarang bisa lebih mudah karena ternyata jalannya ada gitu. Tapi itu tetap tujuannya untuk memberdayakan gitu, tidak kemudian untuk melakukan hal-hal yang sifatnya tidak mendidik mental bagi generasi tertentu yang biasa instan. Jadi bagaimana strategi Prof. Riri gitu untuk lebih menyebarluaskan ini. Kalau di kalangan kita ini kan mungkin hanya sedikit ya, tapi misalnya lewat tulisan kah atau lewat YouTube atau lewat apa gitu. Jadi efek gaung dari fungsi positif dari AI dan sekitarnya itu menjadi lebih bisa tertangkap oleh banyak orang termasuk generasi tertentu ini. Makasih.
Silakan Prof.
Terima kasih Bu Yani. Terima kasih Bu Tami. Ya, ini benar sekali di tahun ini kita masuk pada kesibukan mencoba ya untuk belajar hidup dengan menggunakan AI. Tentu saja tadi pertanyaannya adalah kalau kita semua sudah pernah mengalami yang susah-susahnya, sekarang gampangnya nggak apa-apa gitu ya. Tapi kalau yang dibilang anak-anak di TikTok dan lain-lain, sekarang nggak usah ngerjain kerjaan berjam-jam gitu ya Bu Yuliani, nggak usah ngerjain PR gitu, pakai aja ini. Dia kemudian kita lihat bahwa banyak sekali yang membuat produk dalam 2-3 bulan produk turunan dari ChatGPT untuk menolong membuat karena orang Indonesia ya. Jadi kalau sekarang kita lihat blockchain banyak dipakai di Singapura, di China, kemudian metaverse dipakai. Kalau di Indonesia ini yang paling banyak tuh medsosnya ya. Jadi bagaimana kita untuk membuat itu yang sedang berkembang. Namun kita bisa lihat bahwa semuanya itu shortcut dan tentu saja kita sebagai pendidik selalu kami misalnya saya kebetulan ketua komite etik di Universitas Indonesia di Dewan Guru Besar itu memastikan bahwa mungkin bisa dilihat juga videonya Bapak Ibu silahkan di search untuk acara yang bulan April itu mungkin sekarang sudah cukup banyak, tapi ini memang perlu disebarkan bahwa kita berada di masa di mana kita seperti mula-mula menggunakan kalkulator. Jadi nggak bisa dosennya bilang jangan dipakai, tapi kita dapat mengevaluasi apakah mahasiswa sudah membuat profil mahasiswa yang akan dicapai profil lulusannya nanti dengan kemampuannya yang kita evaluasi dari waktu ke waktu. Oleh karena itu justru keberadaan kita yang dekat dengan mereka dapat memberikan feedback bahwa mereka sudah mencapainya sedikit demi sedikit sehingga menjadi lebih baik daripada sebelumnya dan mempelajari prosedur-prosedur ini. Dan kemudian dampak buruknya dapat kita kurangi dengan mengevaluasi misalnya pada midterm dan ujian akhir semuanya tentu saja bisa dievaluasi dengan langsung diwawancara dan diketahui cara-cara bekerjanya sehingga mahasiswanya juga tetap canggih seperti semua Bapak Ibu yang dulu pernah mengalami masa-masa sulit yang di dalam penggunaan informasi dan penggunaan tools dan belum dibantu dengan AI sudah mampu menyelesaikan masalah. Namun sekarang kita justru berada menjadi experience supervisor yang dapat membantu mereka untuk mencapai, namun juga dapat menggunakan tools yang ada karena tentu saja ini membutuhkan transformasi yang membutuhkan kita sendiri bekerja keras untuk melihat bagaimana pengalaman kita juga dapat dimiliki oleh mahasiswa yang sekarang tanpa harus menghadapi hal tersebut. Jadi jalan pintas ini tidak dianggap bahwa ini cukup. Saya yakin kalau Bapak Ibu dosen sekarang kalau nilai hasil dari ChatGPT di cut and paste hasilnya cuma 6, ya nggak mungkin dapat 10 gitu ya karena nggak pinter jawabannya, masih sangat terbatas dan sebagainya. Dan kita dapat mengevaluasi itu untuk pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang membutuhkan kemampuan berinovasi, berpikir kreatif dan sebagainya. Dan pertanyaan-pertanyaan itulah yang kemudian menjadi tugas kita. Misalnya di dalam programming juga seperti itu, mahasiswa mungkin jadi canggih banget programmingnya, ternyata nyambung-nyambungin ya. Tapi they can do it if they harus dengan kemampuan bahwa tahu bahwa secara yang di dalam itu secara tuntas mereka juga pelajari satu persatu. Jadi kita yang sama-sama belajar, artinya mereka juga tidak salah. Kitanya juga jangan dipaksa untuk terlalu cepat ya Bu Yuliani. Kadang-kadang mahasiswa tolong dicontohin dong gimana cara cepat untuk menggunakan ini gitu ya. Sedangkan kita sendiri masih belajar, dosennya juga, karena kalau dulu mengerjakan matematika pakai Saum series, dosen dapat jawabannya, matematik itu nggak boleh punya, studentnya nggak punya. Kalau sekarang sama-sama jawabannya ya. Baik programming juga seperti itu. Artinya kita sampai ke dunia baru di mana kita adalah coach dengan experience yang kita miliki, student adalah partner kita untuk bersama-sama maju, dan kita semua di sini adalah transformer yang dapat mengubah masyarakat kita untuk terciptanya kota dan masyarakat yang berkelanjutan seperti topik kita hari ini. Demikian Bu Tami, terima kasih. Mungkin ya nanti kita akan lakukan secara teknis dan praktis. Saya rasa ini akan sangat cepat ya dilakukan. Tapi memang transformasi ini memang perlu di antara sekarang ini banyak sekali di tahun politik kita lihat bahwa ini bisa terjadi perubahan yang luar biasa. Mungkin orang-orang yang ada itu bukan real person ya, adalah orang yang nggak ngomong karena AI-nya yang bicara gitu, suaranya juga demikian gitu. Mungkin kita bukan real person, ini mungkin hanya dipasang satu-satu kameranya gitu ya. Itu bisa terjadi, tapi transformasi ini betul-betul membutuhkan orang. Misalnya saya bulan lalu itu ibu-ibu, bapak-bapak di Portugal itu mampir ke Universitas Aveiro namanya, di pinggir lautan Atlantik ya. Dan itu ada kota yang bisa hidup, universitasnya dan kotanya itu dari membuat garam. Jadi karena dia di tepi laut, itu membuat produksi itu dan dengan IT dan sebagainya. Jadi berbagai kemungkinan itu terbuka buat kita semua untuk dapat membuka peluang-peluang economic value yang kecil yang kita anggap dulunya sampah itu untuk reduce dan recycle sekarang jadi circular economy. Garam yang kemarin kita bilang nggak bisa kita buat, nggak murah banget harganya, itu ada sesuatu yang juga bernilai value untuk chemical substance misalnya yang berharga dan berbagai hal. Jadi banyak peluang yang seperti tidak ada nilai economic value-nya, tapi peluang untuk dapat ditingkatkan untuk menjadi tadi pertanyaan yang Pak Ford tadi ke depan, bagaimana kita bisa membangun entrepreneur yang bisa membuat peluang kerja lebih baik lagi di antara AI yang sudah membantu kita yang susah-susah. Demikian Ibu, terima kasih Bu Tami.
Ya, terima kasih Prof. Riri. Bagaimana Bu Tami? Ada yang mau
Bagus
dilanjutkan
sekali,
lagi?
setuju. Pasti Prof Riri ini selalu ada terobosan. Makasih semua.
Terima kasih Bu Tami. Ya, any question, Ibu Bapak? Apakah ada yang mau bertanya lagi atau mau didiskusikan? Masih ada waktu.
Saya juga mengomentari yang Pak Dodi, Bu, di chat.
Oh iya,
Iya.
ada pesan dari Pak Dodi.
Ya, terima kasih Pak Dodi. Ini tentang computational thinking yang harus kita usung betul. Jadi Pak Nadiem Makarim itu juga mengupakan bahwa kemampuan computational thinking, literacy, dan skills secara implementatif dapat menerapkan sesuatu solusi mulai dari kecil itu dapat dilakukan, dan ini memang harus kita latih dari awal. Anak bayi aja mungkin sudah bisa kita, yang lagi main-main pasir, kita bagi pasirnya jadi 2 gitu ya, jadi 4, kemudian dia bisa lihat, dia bisa berbagai cara yang kita bisa lihat kemungkinan pendidikan di masa depan yang membuat orang melakukan cara-cara untuk dapat menyelesaikan masalah. Nah, itu ya sekarang kita sudah lihat high order thinking skills yang ada dan computational experience yang mereka miliki. Sekarang banyak sekali yang mulai bisa kita lakukan dari muda ya, karena sekarang mereka adalah pengguna, tapi pengguna juga akan bisa diberi kesempatan untuk dapat memastikan bahwa mereka ke depannya bisa membuat terobosan-terobosan dengan computational skills yang dimiliki, dan solusi inilah yang kemudian dapat melakukan transformasi itu. Jadi di sini sama-sama banyak sekali Bapak Ibu pengajar, peneliti, industrialis yang bisa memikirkan peluang-peluang itu sehingga memang tercipta sumber daya masa depan Indonesia yang nanti berada di dunia maya itu, dan di jagat maya yang mungkin Bapak Ibu mungkin saya jadi teringat mendengar kata jagat, ini ada jagat.io ya yang dibuat tahun lalu untuk metaverse misalnya, banyak yang di sini mungkin yang terlibat juga. Itu juga adalah kemungkinan banyaknya solusi-solusi yang dapat kita tawarkan untuk dapat meningkatkan human resources kita di Indonesia dengan jumlah yang nomor 4 di dunia ini. Kalau saja bisa ngejar seperti kemarin conference yang udah banyak dimotori oleh Pak Ford ini di Indonesia. Ini di Indonesia sekarang sudah banyak sekali produksi paper untuk conference IEEE misalnya, itu dapat kita tingkatkan lebih baik lagi karena kita belajar satu sama lain, dan belajar itu adalah dengan sharing seperti ini yang dimungkinkan dengan teknologi yang lebih optimal. Demikian, terima kasih Bu Yuliani.
Ya, baik. Terima kasih Prof. Riri tanggapannya buat Pak Dodi. Apakah ada pertanyaan lain? Any question? Ibu Bapak? Mungkin sambil menunggu, saya ada tertarik nih, Prof. Riri. Jadi apa yang sudah disampaikan terkait dengan sustainable city and community. Jadi kan tadi Prof. Riri dan tim sudah mengusung ini ya, UI Green Metric ya Prof, perankingan kampus sama building ya. Nah, kalau untuk tantangannya saat ini seperti apa? Apakah itu berlaku nih ya, metrik yang diusulkan itu berlaku untuk semua kategori building? Apakah ini cuma untuk yang perkantoran atau juga untuk tempat tinggal dan sebagainya? Itu yang pertama sih, Prof. And another question is berkaitan dengan tantangan yang ada di topik penelitian sustainable city and communities, khususnya bagaimana kita meningkatkan peran AI ya dalam solving problem yang berkaitan dengan sustainable city and communities. Nah, tantangan yang ada saat ini seperti apa, Prof? Jadi ya mungkin bisa menjadi inspirasi buat Bapak Ibu yang hadir di sini yang mungkin masih mencari topik penelitian atau sedang ya mungkin memiliki topik yang sama seperti itu, Prof. Riri. Demikian dari saya.
Terima kasih Bu, saya coba jawab untuk smart building implementation tadi. Jadi saat ini mungkin saya share lagi tadi screen yang kita lihat standar yang ada. Ini adalah standar yang kita gunakan. Jadi kalau kita bandingkan sebuah yang kita tuh membandingkan universitas, building-building di universitas itu dengan berdasarkan standar ini, dan ini setiap building akan dievaluasi how many automated building information modeling they have in their classes, how many intruder alarm system that is integrated in one building, a firefighting mechanism that can be controlled from the front office, for example, in which they can evaluate that, video surveillance, anti-flooding system in which they all interconnected, monitoring system for energy and management and water management. If you see, there are a lot of things, a lot of industry will be related to the integration of technology into buildings that should be implemented by computer society members all over the world, to ensure that the thermal comfort, for example, can be controlled from anywhere because of the integration of the system is already conducted. So at the moment, we are actually asking for university worldwide to evaluate and see whether they already include this implementation into their buildings. How many meters square of their buildings already being covered by this? So this things is adapted by the current situation. From time to time, we would like to see more and more of this implemented in the smart building of each university, and is also being conducted and used in offices and places. So this, when the student know that this is important for building information modeling and building management system to be controlled, to be to help people, it can be used. And also for number 2 question is about the challenge for city and community. I can see that the most challenging problems is to implement and to maintain system. Many systems are being produced, but to maintain the system up to the standard that is reliable, and because we know that once people rely on something, they cannot miss. It's supposed to be 100% supporting the mechanism, and we need people to really work hard on this, not to be neglecting any responsibility that they have, but also come up with new solutions with a control system, with the sensors, crowdsourcing mechanism, crowd funding, for example, even to ensure that maintenance can be conducted and to be used, implemented in communities all over the world to ensure that management of the society can be conducted. I can see my friend Takako Sensei is here today. Takako Sensei.
Hello.
Funding, for example, even to ensure that maintenance can be conducted and
Sorry. Just let me. Just wait for a minute.
Yes, I think that you open also in YouTube.
Yes.
Thank you very much for attending, Takako Sensei. We are here with the Computer Society of Indonesia. And yeah, I would like you to comment a little bit about our discussion today about sustainable cities and communities, and how Computer Society and Region 10 should be facing these problems together. Please.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me this great event. And it was really important program for sustainable achieving sustainable cities. And now not only computer science, technology, but also other different technologies or other different disciplines are trying to solve the social problems to achieve the sustainable society. And I'm sure that the society's problem is now getting interdisciplinary, and the computer science technology is the key for the creating the solution for sustainable towards sustainable societies.
So, and I am sure that Professor Lily Victory-Sally, my longtime friend, she is a tremendous, great reader. She has been leading the Green Metric in Indonesia University, and it provides the great outcomes, and we can know that information, different information about the universities that on the working for the sustainable societies. So, and it is great achievement, and such kind of initiative is initiatives are key initiatives for our future society. And I am sure that she will be a great leader for computer society as well. And I would like to support her, of course. And I am now Region 10 Director-elect, and fortunately I was elected as the Region 10 Director-elect last year. And also I am now currently serving as the Computer Society Board of Governor members. And but due to my responsibility on Region 10 Director-elect, I will stop my Computer Society Board of Governor days till the end of this year. So therefore, I would like to ask the Professor Lily Victory-Sally to work for Computer Society as a member of Board of Governor, and to enhance the Computer Society activities and expand the technologies for not only for Asia, but also all over the world. So therefore, I would like to support her. So, and I would like to ask all of you to support her election. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Takako Sensei, for being here today. I think that is something that I would like to share also, that leadership means that, you know, that we have to find also here, around here, that those computer society member that is going to also work together to proceed with the things that we would like to do together. People all over the world would like to achieve technology that is enhancing our humanity. So once again, I thank you for being here today out of your time. I'm sure that you're still in Toronto, or are you home already?
Yeah, not yet. Still, sorry, I am out now. So therefore, some little bit kind of thing.
Still in Toronto, Section Congress.
Work well. Sorry.
Sorry, thank you very much to help you up from the Section Congress in Toronto, I think. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is my Pafort. Would you like to say something to Takako Sensei? This is also...
Thank you so much, Professor Takako Sensei, and it will be a great honor to welcome you to these events where Professor Riri is the speaker, and indeed as a part of the Computer Society Chapter Chair. I will also distribute this event in the Region 10 Computer Society communities. And thank you so much for your support. And Professor Riri is one of the top leaders in a scientific person in Indonesia, and we are great honors to have her as part of the candidacy for one of the directors in the Computer Society Board of Governors. Thank you so much, Professor Takako, and wish you a very pleasant and wonderful in Toronto. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prof. Riri, and thank you, Prof. Takako, for your sharing. And Prof. Riri, we have one question from the chat. The question is, what are the most challenging topics in computational thinking right now, from Andika? Okay, please.
Yes. Thank you, Pak Andika. Thank you, Bu Yuli. I think the challenging topics, I think now is to ensure that the way we implement different algorithms in artificial intelligence are something that is mimicking the way actually the networks in our neural network works. So we're supposed to be able to follow things that are happening in inspired computing. So there are different things that might not be mentioned by many people now, but all over the world we see that actually we have an algorithm that is created by the God Almighty actually, but the way it works can help us to implement an algorithm that is more efficient and then eventually ensure that this algorithm can go hand in hand in a balanced way to help everybody, as I told you previously, that the solution should be not just, it should be a win-win solution so that everything keep up in a peaceful and balancing act in order to ensure that the solution that we provide to the community are things that computationally reliable, safe, trustworthy, secure, and also ensure that the way we implement that in reality is supposed to be the most optimized way. So all the challenging are going to be facing a different mechanism to find that solution. And we know that there are things that we are moving towards metaverse. We are going towards augmented reality and virtual reality eventually to ensure that our carbon footprint goes down. But at the same time, also to inspire many people to have this computational thinking in the way they evaluate. It's just in easy way. If we practice more in using decision-making process, for example, using mechanism, we have to, for example, if we are using Waze or we are using Google Map, for example, when we teach students or our people to use, we can tell them that this is not only 2 minutes shorter, but if you have 2 minutes longer, but you can help other people, for example, to for them to, for example, you can see and to make connections with people. Another 2 minutes extra is good because then you can help an older lady to face up their time, for example. Those kind of things that are algorithm that should be also implemented in order to optimize, not only optimization in terms of something that is well calculated in cost and in time, but also the additional add up value for humanity. And we need all of this to think that all over the world we have a spread between today. Ibu Elda, I think, talk about Pak Ford, generation 1.0 to 5.0 at the same time, industry 5.0. But knowing that we cannot survive with just this 5.0 if those people here are still living here, and it's going to be a problem that is something that we would not like to see in the future. For example, when we have COVID, if one person sick and everyone will be sick, and it's also going to happen in climate change mitigation, in carbonization, less carbonization, less contact economy, for example. We still really need to think about that. So people with the most way of doing the computational thinking that is extraordinarily efficient and effective and can improve so many people in the world, it will be something that we need to find. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prof. Riri. And how, Mr. Andika? Is okay, or you want to continue the question? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Because the time, I think maybe, Prof. Riri, can you give some conclusion from what we have discussion and talk to all the participants, please?
Thank you, Bu Yuliani. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending this session this morning, especially to my friend, Professor Dr. Ford Lumban Gaul, Pak Arif, the previous chair of Indonesian section, and all the lecturers, all the doctors, professors that are attending this session today. Thank you for contacting, for responding to the problems that I studied today, that sustainable cities and communities are something that is necessary to be faced by the computer society, because technology implementation in humanity, improving human life, is not only for those in advanced country, but also in our country, which will be is predicted to be going to the right direction. But we have to work hard together, because, for example, we have nickel that is used for battery, for that is required for electric storage, for example, electricity storage. We need to have people that is having this computational thinking, can be taught by the computer society members of how they can be going from one step to another achievement, so that our main goal in sustainability is to left no one behind, will be something that we can realize together. And particularly, I will try to do this also to voice the value of Indonesian culture and those things that we already achieve in the computer society and in a larger venue and larger stage of IEEE worldwide. I really thank my friend Professor Takako Hashimoto, even though I haven't been really working, but she's really already inspired me, because she reminds me all the time to be a good, actually she is a great inspirator, and that is what I want to be also. And also all of you who's here, is going to be your turn to be a great inspirator for all of our community around us. And just like Madam Teresa said, that if all of us sweep the front of our door, the whole world will be a green, better place, and it's a nice place to live anywhere. Thank you once again, Ibu Yuliani, Pak Ford, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Prof. Riri, for your nice conclusion. So we hope from this sharing can give some benefit to give our inspiring and motivate us as the academic or researcher, and we can give contribution to the society. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you, everyone. So before we close, maybe we can take some picture. So please, you can open the camera if you want to. So we only have 2 screens right now. So we can capture this moment. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a picture. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. Smile. Okay, this is for the first screen. And the second one is 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. And thank you, Prof. Riri, again for your inspiring talk. And thank you, Dr. Ford, and all of one here. Thank you for your support.
Very good.
And
Very good.
have a nice day.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Riri.
Thank you,
all of
Computer
you.
Society.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Yuliani.
Thank you
Yeah.
again.
Yani.